When the HOA fined me over a harmless kayak left by the dock, they thought they owned the lake. They had no idea I was about to buy the entire shoreline and make the whole neighborhood pay for it. It started on a quiet Sunday morning. I had just finished kayaking with my son, Noah. We pulled up to the community dock, tired and laughing, and I set my kayak beside the wooden rail to dry. It was harmless. Nobody used that spot anyway. But to the HOA, it was a crime. The next day, I found a bright orange violation notice taped to my front door. Improper storage of watercraft. Fine $600. $600 for leaving a kayak next to a lake. Before I could process it, HOA President Marlene marched up my driveway like she was leading a military parade. "You need to learn to follow the rules," she said, tilting her sunglasses down. "Your kayak was an eyesore." "It was drying," I replied. "Doesn't matter. Pay the fine. Consider this a warning." But that warning only fueled something inside me. I wasn't going to let a power-hungry HOA ruin the place I loved. That night, I researched property lines, rights, and ownership boundaries. Turns out the HOA didn't actually own the lake. They leased access from the city, and that lease was up for renewal. So I made a call, then another, and another. 3 weeks later, the HOA called an emergency meeting. Everyone gathered at the clubhouse, murmuring with confusion, until a city official stood on stage with a folder. "The shoreline and lake lease," he announced, "has been transferred to a private owner." A hush fell over the room. "That owner," he continued, "is Mr. Daniel Hayes." Every head turned toward me. Marlene's jaw dropped. "This is impossible." I stepped forward. "Actually, it's perfectly legal, and since I now control lake access, the HOA will need to renegotiate their usage fees." "What fees?" someone asked. I smiled. "Triple the current amount." Shouts erupted. Anger, disbelief, chaos. Rent and HOA dues would skyrocket. Marlene's face turned red as she sputtered threats she couldn't enforce. The next morning, Noah and I returned to the dock. My kayak sat proudly in the same spot, untouched. A brand new sign hung beside it. "Private lakefront access fees enforced by owner." No one said a word. No fines, no lectures. Just peace and a very expensive lesson for the HOA.
I am Liam, and trust me, the next HOA story is even worse. Subscribe now.